Good evening. Welcome to 78 News. This is the night edition. I am Handerson, bringing you the eye on the news for Thursday, 25 February 2021 at 8:50 p.m. This time, 78 News will inform the news of Indonesia that starts vaccinating others, but many of them are confused by online registration. The government has rolled out its COVID-19 vaccination drive for elderly people across the country, one of the groups deemed vulnerable to the coronavirus. However, the process has been marred by long queues due to confusion and technical limitations of the online registration system. On February 15, the health minister announced the health authorities will roll out a vaccination drive for people aged 60 years on or above. For the first phase of the drive, they would focus inoculating the elderly in provincial capitals across the country. A 37-year-old lawyer in Jakarta, who has requested anonymity for family reasons, registered her 72-year-old mother on Friday evening through the links provided by the task force. She deemed the vaccine very important for her mother as the lawyer still had to work from her office several days a week. Some of her colleagues recently tested positive for COVID-19, thus putting her at a risk of contracting the virus. But she did not receive automated feedback from the online registration system. After days of not hearing back from the system, she decided to take her mother to the hospital for the jab on Tuesday. Today, our reporter has managed to catch up with her on the field to provide us with more details regarding the storyline of our lawyer. All right, Haura, can you hear me there?
Okay, thank you, Henderson. It is very clear. Now I am here at the vaccination center with Mrs. Gina, whose 72 years old mother has just received her dose of vaccine. Hello, Mrs. Gina. Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you for having me here.
First, may I know what underlies your aim to register your mother in this vaccination program?
It is my concern for my mother. Because of my job, I still have to go work and meet my clients. Although we are always aware of the health protocol, but some of my colleagues tested positive for COVID-19. So I take the swab test once a week. I don't want to bring possibly deadly virus to my family, especially to my parents.
Yes, indeed. If I were you, I would also worry about my mother's safety. According to what we have known, you experienced several problems in the registration process. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes, I tried registering online, but I didn't get any feedback from the system. After trillions have been spent on this vaccination program, it can be said that the team can handle it properly.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Mrs. Gina. But as you said earlier that your mother's vaccination is such an urgency, did you do anything to overcome the issue?
Yes, I took my mother to the hospital to get vaccinated on Tuesday.
I get the point. Can you tell me more about the condition when you were there? Is it just you that have experienced technical issues, or there are also other people going through the same thing?
No, it turned out that I'm not the only one that has failed to register online. There were many elders queuing to get vaccinated, even some still registering manually.
I got it. So there must be something fishy about the system that a lot of people must experience the same issue as you did. But did you finally get the vaccine in that hospital?
No, not yet. The hospital said they ran out of vaccines. Also, I'm worried that the people with connection inside men could get the injection first.
What a shame if that really was the case. But as we've been told, your mother finally got her vaccine in here today. How did you handle that?
I looked for information to this community health center's official. I also came to early to avoid queues. After that, the process went smoothly and my mother has been vaccinated.
Well, it must be tiring to go back and forth to get what's rightfully her dose of vaccine. But thank God that she finally got hers. Anyways, starting the journey towards the vaccinating, more than 1 million elderly residing in the capital city, Jakarta, has received 60,000 vaccine doses so far, which are enough to inoculate 30,000 people twice. Continuing, the Jakarta Health Agency had appointed 72 vaccination posts in all districts as of Monday, which is said to focus on elderly people with a Jakarta identity card. Let us know the interview done yesterday by Haura on the agency spokesperson's France.
Good morning, Mr. Franz. Since the vaccination program registration has just been commenced, do you mind explaining the regulation in order to be listed as a vaccine receiver?
To be listed, you must register online using the website provided, then wait to be notified by a health facility. Before receiving an injection at a specified time, I also suggest that people do it online rather than offline registration.
But, sir, in spite of the fact that there have been reports on how the system is not working properly, why are you still urging to the registration online instead of doing it offline through manual self-registration?
Due to the current situation, we should try our best to avoid large crowds and gatherings to minimize the spread of the virus. There is no use in registering offline if you are infected during the process.
It is known that not everyone has the ability to fill out the online forms by themselves, especially the elders. Besides, the flaws that have been found on the system would somehow make it more confusing. Do you perhaps have any plan to overcome the issue?
Our plan is to improve coordination between us and the family members of the elders so they can help the elders when registering. We will also attempt to make the registration site easier to comprehend and make it is as simple as it can be.
Right. In conclusion, the registration will still be done online. However, the fact that elderly people have still ended up waiting for hours at vaccination centers before getting their jab, despite having registered online and arrived at the designated time, is such a pity.
It is indeed depressing to have followed all the requirements, but still having to face delays caused by the system. In addition to agency's statement, 78 News has also managed to obtain another statement to answer the public's confusion. Haura is now in a virtual press briefing with the National COVID-19 Task Force spokesperson, Mr. Fadillah. Let's hear from her. Haura, can you hear me there?
Thank you, Henderson. It is clear enough from here. I am right now in the virtual press briefing held by the National COVID-19 Task Force. Let us know ask Mr. Fadil regarding his thoughts on the issues reported. Sir, do you have any comments on the elderly vaccination drive issue? And do you have any ideas on how the government will solve it?
Pertaining to how the government will deal with the issue, we suggest that the public stay calm and rest assured. As the government is still working to solve the issue, we will continuously improve the system to ease elders getting their vaccination appointments.
All right, the government has given his word on the issue. Let's all hope for the system to get better soon, thus making the online registration for COVID-19 vaccination program easier.
It is quite comforting to hear that the government authorities and will dynamically improve the queuing system in order for elders to grab appointments more easily. Alright, that was 78 News for today. Thank you for watching. Here, Henderson and all of crew. Have a nice day.